Republican presidential candidates will go head-to-head for the third time with this debate in Miami. Our White House correspondent MaryAlice Parks is there. So, MaryAlice, a small group of Republican candidates taking to a very big stage, and it's coming on the heels of last night's big election wins for Democrats. Clearly, the GOP got burned by the abortion issue. So, what do you think? Will it be front and center tonight?
I think it has to be, Kira, and it's fair to ask whether these candidates are just out of step with the voters. All but one of the candidates that are set to take the stage tonight have said that they would, in fact, sign a federal abortion ban. I mean, think about that. When we're seeing state by state voters who have this issue in front of them on the ballot, rejecting that idea and really demanding access to abortion. So I think it's fair to really press these Republican candidates about that, and they're going to have to answer for some of their past positions, especially Governor Ron DeSantis. I mean, we're here in Miami. This is his turf, and he has signed one of the strictest bills. You know, if he had his way, we were talking about a 6-week abortion ban in Florida. 6 weeks is obviously before most pregnant women even know that they are pregnant. I think that could be a really tough stance tonight, the day after these election results yesterday, for the governor to defend.
Yeah, consistently, American voters showing that they don't really want those extreme, from their perspective, abortion bills. And now after this third debate, MaryAlice, you know, it's going to get harder for candidates to qualify for the next one and just to stay in the race. So who's got the biggest opportunity right now to move forward, and who's clinging to that podium by their fingernails?
Yeah, Terry, you're exactly right. It's going to get exponentially harder. Next month's debate, they're going to have to show they're about 6% in the polls, either nationally or in some of these key early states, these battleground states. So folks like Senator Tim Scott, Chris Christie are going to have a tough time. They're on the bubble. They're going to have to break through. The reality is all these candidates need to shake something up. They are running out of time if they don't want to just come in second to former President Trump. I mean, we are within 70 days of voting starting in Iowa. The clock is ticking. I think tonight, like we were just talking about, a huge moment for DeSantis. He has to show that he could own this stage in Miami. And then, of course, a big moment for Nikki Haley. She's really done well in these previous debates, and she's been able to lean into her foreign policy expertise coming off of the war breaking out in Israel. She has those bones, and she's been that I will say, though, that has meant that other candidates have started ramping up their attacks against her. So I expect her to take a lot of incoming tonight, too, while she tries to lean into that foreign policy expertise that she brings.
So tonight's debate actually marks the first one since the war between Israel and Hamas broke out. The only candidate on that stage that doesn't support aid to Israel is Ramaswamy. So what do you think? Are we going to hear more about aid or taking down Hamas?
Yeah, really interesting. There has not been a ton of daylight between these candidates except for Vivek Ramaswamy. I pressed him on his stance just a few days ago at an event in Orlando. He said exactly what you said there, that he just is not for any additional support for Israel to fight this war. He said the same thing about aid to Ukraine. He says that the U.S. should just not be funding what he calls these foreign wars that don't have anything to do with American voters. It was interesting to hear the language he was using about some of his other Republicans. He called Nikki Haley a warmonger. He said that these other candidates are like Dick Cheney 2.0 and hungry for World War III. I mean, really big, big, stark language about the other opponents, about the other candidates that'll be with him on the stage tonight. It'll be very interesting to see if he goes that much on the attack and how the other candidates deal with that.
Yeah, there is that kind of populist Tucker Carlson anti-war sentiment, isolationist sentiment even rising in the Republican Party. But MaryAlice, the elephant in the room, right? Former President Donald Trump, not going to be in the room. He's beaten this field just going away. And he doesn't really care whether or not he's got a rally down the road. Are we going to hear any of these candidates, aside from Chris Christie, and that's his trademark, really try to take down the front runner like normal politicians would in this situation?
Yeah, you're exactly right, Terry. He's holding his own event just about 20 minutes from here tonight. His campaign doesn't even want to talk about the debate. As far as they're concerned, they think the debate is a distraction. They think all these other candidates should just drop out, that he should have been the anointed nominee as a former president. He is going to be bringing his own flavor to the night in Miami, though not a part of the debate stage. I absolutely think these other candidates have to start ramping up their attacks if they want to shake anything up here, Terry.
All right, MaryAlice Parks, thank you so much. We'll talk, of course, leading up to tonight and all day tomorrow. See how everybody did. Exactly.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.